Hello, and thank you for joining us on today's webinar. Today we're going to be covering maximizing your profits with Pictage, and we're really going to highlight some great ways to increase your revenue on Pictage and to give you more money as your end result here. So the few things that we want to start off with are talking about pricing. So we're going to jump right in, and let's go to our event list here, and we'll go to our drop down. That's a retail price list. We want to create a retail price list, and Pictage is going to make this really easy for you. So we want to name our price list. Maybe we're going to call this our 2012 wedding pricing. And we'll go ahead and create our price list. The way that Pictage makes this so easy for you is that we're going to give you already preset pricing. Now we're basically giving you this pricing that's just based on a national average. So if your pricing is more or less, you can always adjust this as needed, but we will already set this pricing for you, and then you can just modify. So in here we've set up professional prints. Let's go into edit and we'll show you how this works. And in here we're going to set, let's show you the 4x6 and the 5x7 pricing. You'll see what your cost is, what the price is, and then what your profit is. We see most photographers charge anywhere from a 3 to 5 times markup. So based on what you charge in your studio, you want those same prices to be reflected on Pictage, because we are just a representation of your studio. So you want to set your pricing. You'll notice our 4x6s and 5x7s are fairly close in price. And we like to do this because we want to make it really easy for your clients that if they want to order, let's say a 5x7, it's only a couple dollars more than it is for a 4x6. And you'll notice your cost difference is only 50 cents. So why not make that a really easy jump for your clients to make? Because really a 4x6 and a 5x7 is such a small difference in size, and it's not like going up to a wall print. So we try to keep those priced fairly close together. You will also see that we give you mounting options. So we have all the different mounting options available. Down here in the bottom we have special instructions, and this basically talks about retouching. You can turn on or off the ability for your clients to be able to select retouching, and we do charge $60 an hour, and it's based on 10-minute increments. And just if you wanted to add this feature on, just select yes, and that would check that box and allow that to be an option for your clients as well. And then you also have border options down here at the bottom. So now we'll scroll up, we'll save this catalog, and a couple other things that we have on here. We have photo greeting cards, fine art cards, event extension, canvas prints, and you can come in and modify any of the pricing, but we do have it already preset for you, and you can just select the edit and then go to this button here and you can make those modifications. Down at the bottom we are going to show you how to be able to add more products. I'm going to select add more products down here. Let's say that you have a studio specialty product, something that you offer in your studio that is available but it's not something that's offered in Pictage. If you have a pro level membership, you would be able to add studio specialty products, and this means that they'll be fulfilled by the studio and you can still offer them in Pictage. You would get an email notifying you that the order has been received and that your studio needs to fulfill it. So for example here, if I wanted to add a studio specialty product, I would come over and I would add this to the price list. And for example, one of the things that I might sell are, say, custom framed images. So I can type in, I sell custom framed images. I can put here that I offer them in 16 by 20 size, and maybe I also offer 20 by 24s, and maybe a 30 by 36, and then you can set the price accordingly over here as well. So you see the way that that works. And then I would save this, and then I would add studio specialty products available in the cart for my clients to be able to order from this. Okay, now that we've touched on the price lists, we're going to continue in talking about how to upload your logo. So this way, when your clients come to your site and your images are on Pictage, you want them to be able to see that it's branded with your information. So up here under, let's see here, training tools, under the getting started guide, you'll see that I've selected, we're going to scroll down and it will say email your logo. So step number 4 talks about emailing your logo, but you want to save your logo as a JPEG, a GIF file at or a GIF file at 300 dpi, and then you're going to email this to logo@pictage.com. Once we receive it, your logo will take about 2 business days for it to be ready. If you have any questions about that, you can see the tutorial for details. But it's easy to do. Just send it to logo@pictage.com. We'll go back to our main page here, and now we're going to talk about marketing materials. This is one of my favorite parts about Pictage, is all the marketing that we have available. So we're going to go to Studio Marketing right here, and I'm going to select Overview, and then we're going to go into Guest List Marketing. So under Guest List Marketing, there's a lot of really great things that you can do. All of the guest lists are created when a client logs in. If they're family, friend, wedding party, whoever they might be, when they log in, they have to enter their email address, and they also have to select what their role is in the wedding. So for example, if it's the groom or if it's the bride, the mother of the bride, they're going to enter what their role is. They're also going to put what the event type is, or actually you'll specify the event type here. And then you can always come in at a glance and see if you've signed a Pictage gift certificate amount, what the balance is, and also any orders that have been placed and the order totals. And then you can sort by all of these. You also can do an advanced filter search here. So let me show you. We can do an advanced filters. And let's say I only wanted to see weddings and I only wanted to see brides information. I can apply those filters. We're only going to see our weddings here. There we go. And then I can remove the advanced filter. And then the other great thing that you can do here is you can export the data. So if you wanted to create an email campaign that is specific to a certain clientele, you can export all that information and create that campaign. So really powerful tools to use for the guest list marketing. Let's go back to Studio Marketing. And now I want to talk about event cards. If you're not using event cards, it's certainly something you should start doing. We're going to be under Marketing Products here, and we're going to select Event Cards. Event cards are 2.5 by 3.5 size. They're basically a wallet size print, and they're printed on photographic paper. You get to customize it with the image that you want on the cover. If you've done an engagement session, I think it's great to use a picture from the client, from the the client's engagement session. If you don't have an image from an engagement session, using some kind, a generic shot of rings or of wedding dress or something like that, something that may be a little less descriptive of a specific client, you could use that as the image as well. These are 15 cents each. Really great way to be able to promote sales back to the website once you've posted the images online. So I like to put these by the guest sign-in book, maybe at the bar. I kind of just spread them around, and then guests can pick them up and take them home with them. And you can see we have a list of different design options, and then you can always learn more about the pricing here. If you did want to go ahead and select one of these to buy now, we'll come up to the Buy Now button. I can pick which event I wanted to use. Let's see here. We'll use Cindy's wedding. And now I can select an image. And let's find one. Let's use this. Let's say this is the image that we want to use for the event card. I just select the image, and now it's going to create my event card. I can change the messaging if I would want. So if I wanted this to say something different, I can type in different messaging here if I wanted to. If I wanted to put my studio name on here, I could. And perfect. And check out the preview if it looks like what I want it to. Everything looks good. I can select how many images, how many cards I want to order, and then check that I verified the text, and then I can continue to place that order. Very easy to do.